Welcome once again, and here we are at day 8. The sleigh is nearly full and I'll have a few days to relax before my long journey around the globe. And today's node is multi-switch grayscale node. Ho 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 ho. Well, thank you Santa. So yes, here we are at day 8. And today's node is the multi-switch grayscale. This can be found in blending, and it's there, the multi-switch grayscale node. Now this node's really useful if you want to change, well, as it says, switch between different grayscale patterns or shapes or images that you've got, so that, for example, you can change on the fly. If you were, for example, making a brick wall or something like that, I've actually used this to make a brick wall texture before. But let me show you exactly how this works. So we've got two inputs here. So at the moment we can cycle between two grayscale inputs. That can be changed here on the instance parameters, so we can increase that to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it can go further than that. But at the moment I'm going to leave it to 2. And there's also the input switch, so that's where you'd actually switch between which of the grayscale images you want to use. So if I just zoom back a little, I've got two nodes here, brick 1 and brick 3. Now they can be found in the patterns, so they can see brick 3, 1, 2, 3, and a brick generator as well. But we'll just use these two for now. Now if I double click, you can see they are slightly different. Obviously this one's got different luminance values, and you can have a look at these as well. They've got the instance parameters there, quite straightforward. So I'm going to put brick 1 into input 1 and brick 3 into input 2. Double click, and you can see at the moment, because we're using input switch 1, that's the actual brick that we'll be using. But if we wanted to change that on the fly, we could just go 1, 2, and obviously if you've got more images you can flip between those as well. So it's really useful for if you're using this as the base height map to change quickly the different kind of shape that you're looking for. So if I could just plug this into the diffuse just to show you on the actual model itself, and yep, we're back to the trusty old height normal blender. So if I can also pull this into here, and you can see we're starting to get height information as well. So at the moment we're using brick 1, but if I wanted to move on to the brick 3, extremely simple, we just change it like that. And when you expose the parameters of this node, so you go to here and expose parameters, if for example you've only got an input number of say 3, you can just cut down this input switch just to show 3, and not, so it doesn't cycle all the way to 10. So any users using the graph do get the opportunity just to use the 1 to 3 that you're using, and they're suddenly not going to think, why have I got 7 and 8 and there's not anything there. So that's extremely useful as well. So I mean, there's different things that you could use this for, different kind of grounds or any kind of tiling texture thing really, or anything on a model that you just want to change as any kind of like mesh or grids or things like that, if you had that on a kind of like a car grill or something like that. So yeah, an extremely useful node, the multi-switch grayscale. Well, well, only one more day to go. Join us tomorrow for day 9, and I'm sure it will be a corker. Ho 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 ho.